Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Wednesday and we've got a work in progress that needs to be completed. I did color the mushrooms. And I did record coloring these ones, so I will speed those up and put them right after this comment. And then we will continue. I did not color or record coloring these ones. It's just the two pinks out of your Verathins. So it's Deco Pink and Magenta. I forgot to hit record. So those are just the two pinks. Now we're going to do the grass as well as the skyline back here and the book and that sort of thing. So we're going to be using different types of ink as well as some paint and that sort of thing. So we're going to do the grass areas first. So that's pretty much all of the book except for the edges where the pages come in. So we're going to grab some greens, and I've got my lovely ink box here that Bob made me, and I had it open, but I guess I closed it again. So this holds my Tim Holtz distressed inks. All right, so what colors do we need? We need mowed lawn. That is not mowed lawn. That one is. That one goes over there. Don't need black. And rustic wilderness. And I think no. I think we might need a bit of yellow. So let's grab some yellows. I just want a little tiny bit of a browny yellow in there. So let's use fossilized amber. All right, so these are the distressed inks. I have the mini ones. I don't have the big ones. I just have little tiny mini ones. And we're going to grab another brush. Let's use this one. No, need a small one. Now I do have some paper towel here as well as another brush for the blues. And okay, So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the edges, or not the edges, but the greenery here. Now there's some little flowers here, so we're going to color those in. So we're going to take our pink like I said, they are really little flowers. Like really little. And I think those are pebbles. Those are pebbles. Okay, and then we're going to take our yellow. Like that. And the rest are pebbles and grass. So for the pebbles, we're going to take our cool gray 70%. Grass, pebble. And we're just going to make sure that we get some wax on these areas. Okay, that's about that. There's a pebble there, a pebble here. I think that's about it for the pebbles. All right, so now we're going to start with our darkest color, which is the rustic wilderness. Actually, no, we're going to start with our light. Yeah, our light color, which is mowed lawn. And I have these little pouncer brushes, and they are just little sponges that you fill up with ink, and then you just pounce them. Now you can go in circles, but you get a better distribution sometimes if you just pounce them around. And I should have pounced it on the thing there just so that I wouldn't get that mark. Try not to get it on your too much on the wax there. And try not to press too hard because then it does do the little round bits. I'm really new to using these, so I am very quickly learning what not to do. So you guys get to see all the things not to do as I'm ruining this poor page. Now hopefully I'll be able to fix those areas. And like I said, this is not a tool that I'm used to using, so if I go quiet, you know that I'm trying to figure out the best way to make this actually work for me in the areas that I'm in before I give up and go to a different tool. But I think this is working the way I want it to. It's just I need to learn how to not press so hard on it, because this little tool seems to hold quite a bit of ink, and if you press too hard on it, it will give you a bit of a rounded edge where the ink is kind of splooging out, like so. Okay, so that is the light green. Now we're going to take our dark green. Nope, I lost my paper towel. Oh, lost my paper towel. So I'm just going to dab this on the paper towel and get as much of the ink out as I can. Then we're going to go in with the Rustic Wilderness. And we're going to extend a few of those shadowy areas in the back there. Like so. Coming into the shadow here, like so. Alright, so that's it for our green. I think I want to smooth that out a little bit more. Now we're going to come in, after this dries, we're going to come in with the colored pencil. So we've got this one and we've got this one. So we've got olive green and apple green and grass green. So we're going to come in and we're going to put in the grass flicks. First with the grass green. And we're going to come in under here and we're going to put in that shadow right over top of the ink. Same through here. Putting in that shadow area over top of the ink. Basically, this is just a base so that I don't have to color a lot of open space, and I'm still able to give it some texture. I'm going to come back through with the lighter one here in just a few minutes and lighten up a few areas. But before I do that, I wanted to make sure that I got the dark green areas in so I can see them a little bit better when I come back through with the yellow, so that I can see where I need to lighten areas up a little bit. And then we're going to use the apple green. And this one here. And the grass green. Just for a few more flicks to make sure that the grass is visible. a bit back here. Okay. And then we're going to take the olive green, and we're going to do this side's shadow area since it's a deeper shadow. And we have a shadow under the unicorn as well. So we're going to fill this in with a deeper shadow. Like so. Put a bit of shadow under the rocks and under the flowers. Come into here. And into here a little more. Gray up this a little tiny bit. Okay. And then we're going to take our yellow. So this is fossilized amber. And I'm going to use a brush for this because I'm not going to use a whole bunch. I'm just going to lighten up a couple of areas that I need to be blended out a little bit. Put in a little bit of variation in the ground covering because it's not all going to be grass. There's going to be a little bit of dirt in there. There's going to be a little bit of grass and all that fun stuff. Now I know in a book it's probably just all bright green, but I am who I am. All right. And there we have our grass area. Now we're going to do the, first we're going to erase this mark that I've got on here. Okay, it's not going to erase, but it's fine. Okay, now we're going to do the background. And I'm going to use this. And I'm going to use some different colors for the sky. So I'm going to use some pinks and some purples and some blues. So we're going to start with sponge sugar and kitsch flamingo for our pinks. I think that's too dark. And some shaded lilac and wilted violet for the purples. And what's this one? It's too blue. And a bit of Savage Patina for the blue. Okay, so we've got Kitsch Flamingo, Spun Sugar, Wilted Violet, and Shaded Lilac. I don't know if we'll get to this one. And then Savage Patina as well, just to fill in areas. I'm going to take a large brush. Where's my brushes? There. So there's purple, pink, and blue. All right, so we're going to take these brushes and we're going to do the background. So we're going to start with the Spun Sugar, which is the lightest of the pinks. We're going to fill our brush, and we're going to start adding a cloud line here. Just need that a little bit darker there. All right. And then the next one is going to be this way. And it's going to be the Kitsch Flamingo. If I can get it open. All right, and then we're going to actually come this way like so. Like so. And then we're going to come this way. As well. I didn't daub that. I should remember to daub my brushes before using them. I know what happens if I don't, but I keep forgetting. All right. And then we're going to go through here. And we're going to wipe this. And we're going to go back to that pink because I forgot to do this side and that side. So we're going to do a different cloud line for this pink. just use? All right, and then I'm going to come down through this side using this edge. And I'm going to dot that a bit. All right, like so. And then we're going to come in with the shaded lilac. Let's switch over to a purple thing. And then we're going to come up through here. Let's start down here. I need to add more. Where'd it go? Need to add more purple. The great thing about these brushes is they do work well for the ink to get that cloudy look that you want. And I think I want to put just a little one. And no, it's fine. Put a little one up through here. And then up through here. Okay. Like so. All right, and there we have our clouds, and I just flung that on the floor. So there we go. Now for the little bit of sky that's showing behind, we're going to use that salvaged patina. I'll wash those later. Salvaged patina. Now this is a bit of a bluey green. So I'm going to test it first because I may not like it. No, it's fine. And we're just going to put in enough that it fills in that sky area. Like so. Alright, and come down. Just going to make sure I get all the little areas covered here. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to find a brown. I think antique linen is the color I want. It's a browny yellow. And I'm going to do the edges of the page. With the brush here. I need a better brush. This one here will work a little better. We're coming in as if the pages are worn, giving it that aged paper look. Not worried about what's getting on the edges and the sides of the book because I will be using some other paint for that. But I do want these edges to have that. Some areas darker than others, some not. Alright, like so. Alright, so that's it for the ink, and I'll move that up so you can actually see what I did. Sorry about that. That's it for the ink, it for the clouds. Now we're going to color these two things here, so we're going to grab the gold from the Verathins, and this one here, Spanish orange, Now, one of the few pencils in the Verathins that is really soft, oddly enough, is the gold and silver. So be careful when using them that you don't press too hard and smush them, even though sometimes you just want to smush things. So if you do smush them and you wanted to smush them, by all means, smush them. Alright, so we're going to do the bookmark in red. So I'm starting off with crimson red for our shadowy areas. I'm going to turn the book just a bit here so I can get in here. Alright. Then we're going to come off that shadowy red with, oh no, that's poppy red. I don't want poppy red. Did I put it away? Where is it? No. Is it way down there? It's very possible. I've lost the red that I wanted. So this one will have to do. So we're going to use poppy red, and then we will come back through with the red and go over the poppy red just to darken it up a little bit. So it's crimson red and poppy red. And I was looking for my red pencil and I seem to have lost it somewhere. More than likely I stuck it in the wrong case. So this still gives you that bright red look as well as the dark red area for the shadow. Mixing colors is definitely something that you can do when you need to. Don't be afraid of it. And then for the book itself, we're going to do that with our pinks and these two. So we're going to start with hot pink. I'm going to go in with a little bit of deco pink in through here in the highlighty areas. Should have done that first. And then we're going to come back through with the hot pink. So yes, the book itself, the cover of the book is going to be a lovely pink. I'm just going over top of that deco pink, and because I've already laid it down, it's going to still show a lighter color when I go over top of it. And then we're going to take our process red, and this is the Premier that I'm using with the Verithens. I like the color selection of the Premier. I'm not a huge Prisma fan, though I am slowly starting to warm up to them and starting to understand how to use them. It has taken me a very, very long time. As you all know, I have never been a huge fan of the Prismacolor Premier pencils. I think they are overpriced for what they are. And I have not been a person that has been able to use them appropriately. Now, that being said, they're not a horrible pencil. They are definitely a artist grade pencil. And they do work very, very well, especially for those that really know how to work them. They are a huge learning curve for me, so I don't know how to use them appropriately. And that's not the pencil's fault. I'm just saying. What I'm trying to say is my dislike for the Prismacolor Premieres is not the pencil's fault. It is my fault because I don't know how to use them appropriately, and I have had bad experiences with them, which has deterred me from learning how to use them appropriately. But I'm slowly getting there. I'm slowly getting there. I do enjoy using them on Crate Space paper, though. I do find that they work very, very well on the coloring book paper. And yes, I did mess that up, so I'm covering up the boo-boo with pencil. Just saying. All right. Stop talking so much and concentrate a little bit more. I'm not huge for fine detail, obviously. Fine details trip me up sometimes. Especially when I've thought of something that I really want to do and try to make it look really cool, and I'm a little bit afraid that it's not going to look the way I want it to. So here's to this wonderful page. We will zoom out so that we can see it before I completely ruin it with the next thought. So the next thought is I want to do the edges of the paper with gold paint, like antique books have in the, actually I don't need to zoom out, I just need to pull there. So there we have it before I completely go and ruin it. I'm going to grab some gel pens as well. Maybe. I thought I had some out. Is there any out in here? There is not. I must have been a good girl and put them away. How dare I? Actually, I don't need to use gel pen. I'm going to use the white pen and the sparkle pen. Alright, so we're going to use a bit of Deco Pink in here. I'm not going to cover the whole thing. We're going to use the white gel pen. And the white gel pen here as well. And with that one, we're going to put a little bit of blue in there. I'm going to put down the Wink of Stella. On our unicorn. Just going to wipe this so that it's not as heavy. This also gives me a good understanding of what the paint is going to do to the paper. And I think I might not do what I was thinking of doing, because this is bubbling up quite a bit and I don't like it. Let's do here. Because, you know, the rainbow mushrooms need to be sparkly. And you probably can't see the sparkle, but we have sparkle on the unicorn, on the rainbow mushrooms. We'll put sparkle here, here, and here as well. And yeah, so that's it for the sparkle. All right, so there we have our we'll put these here. Okay. There we have our page completed, but not quite as completed as I want. Now I'm a little afraid of this part because I don't want to ruin it. So I'm hoping this works out. Now if I can't get my gold paint open, that might be a, you know, an omen that I shouldn't do it. Just saying. All right, so I'm just going to take a little tiny bit. And I'm going to try to only get it on the paper, on the page. I have to do it this way. Okay. And it doesn't look horrible, but it did mess up here. That's okay. We'll work with it. I don't know how Pickle does it. Just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh with paint. I swear she has a magic brush, I'm just saying. a little bit, dry it off. And we're just going to thin this out just a touch. Take some more paint. Now these areas I want to have look worn. That's why I've thinned it out a little bit. That's too much paint. So I've got a little bit more water on the brush. Now down here I want it a little bit thicker, so we put a little bit more paint. Through here. Sorry about that, getting into concentration here and trying not to completely ruin this page. So I'm just going through, thinning out a little bit over areas that the color would be lighter, especially when it's worked into the page. Because sometimes when you open and close a book a lot, it wears off that gold edge. Too much paint on there. Alright, gonna move it this way. Put too much paint on. Back here, where the pages are more compressed and flattened, you'll get more of a solid golden color than where they're curved and touched a lot. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to clean this up because I don't like it. And what I'm doing is I'm just coming through and lifting off a little bit of the paint. some water. Trying not to get too much water on the paper. All right, well, that's the best I can do with it. So hopefully it doesn't look too terrible. I will let it dry, take a picture of it, and post it on Instagram. So what we've done is we've, of course, colored this on stream. The background is done with distressed inks and a template of clouds using some ink brushes. The distressed ink is, of course, Tim Holtz Distressed Inks. The gold that I used on the edge of the book, I will show you here in just a second as soon as I get the lid on it. And this is Jacquard Luminary, bright gold. I also have a silver white as well. And you would just apply that with a brush the same way you would any other paint. The sparkle, of course, is the, oh, you can see the sparkle really good, is the Wink of Stella. The pencils that we have used are the Prismacolor Premier as well as the Prismacolor Verathins. All right, guys, so that is it for me for today. I thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed the completion of this page out of Julia Sperry's An Enchanting World coloring book. And of course, this is Julia in July, so if you enjoyed Julia's work, please make sure that you put in exclamation or hashtag, I'm sorry, put in the hashtag Julia in July 2024. I've got to stop multitasking because my brain can't handle it. And once you put that in, everybody that is following along and following the hashtag will be able to see your work. All right, guys, with that, thank you all very much for watching. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.